Hello and welcome back to another Hearts of Iron 4 video. Today we're going to be looking at the long requested Communist Spain path for the Spanish Civil War simulator. Today we're going to be playing with Husky version 1.9.1, which is still in beta as of the time that I'm in currently, but that shouldn't change too much. I'm just hoping it makes the game slightly better, fixes some potential bugs, and all that good stuff. Oh, and it also makes the Spanish starting leader Nikito Alcazar Zamora, which is better than the guy with the weird glasses that you get usually. In we go as Communist Spain. Okay, so now that we're in, we can talk about what we want to do. So, as we go, hello there Nikito, we can start off, I'm probably butchering his name, we need to start off with the Popular Front, make our way down the tree, and get to the Anti-Fascist Workers' Revolution. At that point we have a slight choice. We can essentially ask for Stalin's help, or choose to go it alone. I haven't quite decided which one I'll go for. I'm going to go with the independent route by hindering the NKVD's interference, although I have absolutely no idea if that's going to be too difficult. Hopefully I'm not paper enough that it shouldn't be an issue. Now we get to choose between having basically 10 poorly trained infantries, or 5 really good infantries. I think more men is better, so I'm going to go with this one. It also gives them some stability, which is nice and wholesome. So, as part of the new Spanish Civil War simulator minigame, we now have the inevitable civil war. The long and short of it is, we need to make sure that we keep this going to the best we can by doing concessions to the left or reassign disloyal leader. I'm going to start with concessions to the left because it gives us more political power that we can use to spend later on more states. Oh, we've just got an event which is new, I think, with the beta patch, which means that the current leader goes and we now get Manuel. There he is. A little event there which is a bit more historical. If any of you are worried that you're missing something, you're really not. Most of what this comes down to is, if this flag comes up, you choose to click it, but make sure you have enough political power to take the next decision as soon as one of them is done. That kind of is the whole point of what we're doing right now. Due to our national spirits, we actually can't train any more units, so we're kind of stuck with what we have. I've stuck the key ones over here, because this is the key point we don't want to lose, and I've trained them all to be elites, so it's kind of just roll the dice and see what happens now. By distributing arms to the people, we should get 10 more weak units. Okay, we've distributed arms to the people, which means we now need to do the very last focus. Disband the army. If we do this and we get it completed, the civil war starts anyway, but the loyalists will have most of their army disbanded, especially the armies of Africa. Very important for what we want to do. Very important. Okay, so a few more days now. I've come to the conclusion that whatever happens, happens. I don't have enough in me. I will, however, slightly alter the front lines to accommodate to what we own. So I think we're going to own this line here. So I might as well stick my units along the border, assuming we can hold it. The Spanish Civil War. After a series of terrible insurrections and Carlists and chaos and communists, we have decided that we will work with every working man. The Anti-Fascist Workers' Revolution complete. Okay. To be fair, this turned out pretty fine. Okay, this is a bit of an issue, this big block here, but other than that, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, we can make pushes in the early game. Let's immediately get our army up to stats. I'll also move us straight to war economy. Okay, what to do with these units? Well, let's have a big army there. For the most part, these lads should stay here unless he can make it to Burgos. Okay. For the key part, I just kind of want to solidify my front lines. So that's where I'm going to start with all of this. If we're making pushes, they're probably going to be around southern Iberia. I don't see us working anywhere else. It's important in the early stage to just get all of your initial pushes going. Every single one. Pin things down, take some land that you want. Okay, let's hit play and see what happens. Soviet volunteers, 7 Soviet volunteers, that's a lot, isn't it? Goodness me. Okay, so we're working on some encirclements. and we're pushing in at the very start of the war as best we can. We're especially trying to connect these front lines, which I don't expect to be very possible, but we're trying. I think I've actually surrounded their capital somewhat, because I took Burgos. Don't tell me we're gonna... Okay, I was worried that we'd finish the Civil War instantly then. That would be not quite intentional for the run. Okay, let's hit play and see what happens. The Civil War front line solidify. So this is an event that's supposed to slow down the Civil War so it doesn't happen as quickly. I'm going to completely just sort of put this over here and pretend it doesn't exist. My key point is I want to win on the offensive we're winning, not get slowed down by them. Okay, so we've actually connected up these lines here. We still haven't clicked this event. So now all of these units are effectively in a little pocket of encirclement, which is very early in the war, which works for us. Now we just need to make it work fully. Their capital is still Sevilla, which works perfectly for us. Uh-oh, the Germans are here. Ugh. More encirclements? At least it's not too chaotic yet. Very early in the war, but not too chaotic. We can use Western Aragon offensive to make this sort of closing these pockets a lot more, well, less toxic, I suppose. I've just noticed that all those Soviet volunteers, yeah, they're just sitting in Valencia doing absolutely nothing. Typical. Soviets want to send guns, thank goodness. Arm the Workers' Militia is gun, which means we need to work toward hinder NKVD interference, but first we need to get some communist ministers. I think this pocket is almost secured now. We sort of fully committed to it and it's kind of working out for us. I was training some horse divisions, which I've just spawned early so we can push into these gaps that they're leaving undefended. I honestly wonder if they know I'm going for all their victory points right now, or if they've just got too few units to stop me. Oh wait, no, they're stopping me. Their line is really crumbling now. I think this is an encirclement. The German tank has definitely seen better days. I don't even know why they sent it. They didn't do anything with it. The horse did get a bit stomped, but that's fine. It can just do some manoeuvring and find our way around like this. This is going to be closed as soon as I can muster some units to actually break in. Use a force attack order maybe. I think this is the biggest piece of advice I could give you if you're doing the Spanish Civil War. Keep on pausing and moving and micromanaging, and that's kind of all there is to it. Oh, they got my guy in Oviedo. They appear to have left another one of their fronts open, so while they're sort of attacking me here, I'm hoping we can get in there. Maybe by going around the back. They were defending it. Quite a lot, actually. A lot more than I thought. Okay, this is the key point where we suddenly decide we're going to ignore the Soviet Union. And to be fair, what did they do? Look, they've still got units just standing around doing nothing. What did the Soviets ever do for us? Apart from the roads and the healthcare and the, you know, all the stuff. Can you believe we still haven't closed this yet? Come on, get in there. Put an end to the madness. 82 days until our uprising. Not worried yet. Worrying, but not worried. Big difference. They were too busy killing this unit that they didn't defend Oviedo. Okay, let's make sure that we garrison this horse here, because I do not want to lose that after we just spent that time to get it. Now we need to break in here to get some points. Getting Salamanca is pretty important. Okay, now that we've hindered the NKVD, we should probably get the gold reserves just in case there's a, you know, uprising or a Civil War Part 2 or some sort of chaos. They were so busy with this front, did they notice that I could go around the back into La Coruna? Is it defended? That is the £1 million question right there. Oh, we did it! It just randomly ticked over. Spanish nationalists defeated, but we're kind of also going to have a government crackdown in 16 days, which makes me think we should stick all of our units over where they're needed in this corner. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so how bad is it? To be honest, it's better than I expected. It is better than I expected. So we need an army up here and an army down here, the key army being at the bottom. They just need to push into there, and we need these lads to hold the line as best they can, making a slow push here. That's it. Pretty basic orders, but we don't need to overcomplicate it too much. Oh, Masters of Our Own Fate has been passed. The Soviet volunteers want to help us. Us, the Spanish Commune, as opposed to Spain, despite the fact we're not going with the Stalinists. The game continues to confuse me. All I can say is I think because we ended the Civil War early, we're kind of been given an easy break here. I'm changing the plan. Let's quickly push in, micromanage everything, and speedrun the victory points. Maybe this can be done sooner than we think. Okay, thank you Stalin for those units. Now I'm going to subvert the Stalinists. We've really cleaned up this northern front. I think it's the southern front we should have been more concerned about. Oh, they are sending units here though. I won't start singing my victories just yet. I'm going to use this unit to sneak in the back, see if we can get some encirclements done. Meanwhile we're getting encircled, but I'm going to try to pretend it's not happening. I just realised we could probably use the offensive thing here to actually push through and have a victory. One single pawn division sneaking round the backside. The Stalinists have been subverted. Let's have a class war. This will give us that important recruitable manpower which we kind of need. Our pushers up to limited conscription. I thought that International Brigade's weekly manpower would keep us afloat. It really isn't. It's just not. Oh, we just got Murcia, which means we probably need Almeria, which we're about to get. Just got another one of their points here. Oh, there we go. It was this island. That was the last island I needed to get. We are victorious. The Civil War is finally over.
It's at this point I'm sure you're expecting there to be some long campaign of communist Spain, with fun and engaging gameplay. Spoilers, there is not. Spoilers, for the next hour all I did was click focuses that gave me war goals on Portugal, Germany, and Soviet Union. Spoilers, the remainder of the focus tree took me till 1940 to complete and gave me nothing but minor buffs without any actual flavorful events or content. I got so bored I fell asleep recording the gameplay. As far as I can tell the only reason to play Spain is for the Civil War, and after that you might as well quit the game. Now, let's all put this terrible experience behind us and make a better video next time. Until then, thank you for watching anyway. Bye.